eBEFOREi video reviews here to bring you a review on everyone's favorite pirate, Decepticon, from Transformers Animated. It's Lockdown. Now, this is part of my Lockdown series on my channel. One of the first reviews I did, this channel's only a month old at this point, but one of the first reviews I did was on the Lockdown Bot Shots version and compared him sillily. I decided to compare him to both his animated counterpoint and the movie version of Lockdown, which we'll do a review on at another time. So I wanted to bring this guy to you and just show you really how cool the Lockdown character is. I mean, this character is very, very awesome. There's just something about the pirate Decepticon look that he's got going on in each of his versions of his character come across. Now, in vehicle mode, this car is amazing. I mean, it really is. The detail on the animated line, you know, it's very chunky, like the cartoon. You know, it's supposed to be cartoon-type models. But this is a mean-looking vehicle. I mean, just mean. If this guy pulls up beside you and wants to drag race, just start crying, and maybe he'll go away and leave you alone. Because you don't want to mess with this car if you see him out there in traffic. Now, he very much has this muscled out, spikes on the top, you know, this huge engine, this bad looking front. I mean, he just really is a mean looking car, and it's very cool. Now, looking at some of the detail, we've got these kind of pinkish red translucent plastic here on the headlights, which is a nice touch. Right here inside, you know what? You see Lockdown's head right there. I don't know that I've noticed that before. There's Lockdown's head. Hello, Lockdown. Anyway, we'll get more to that in a minute. Here again, you've got this translucent kind of pinkish red still carrying with the theme, and again on the tail lights, which is cool. You've got this metallic silver paint giving you some trim. Same thing on the spikes here. You have a very nice kind of a gold Decepticon symbol. I think that looks great. And then you've got the kind of boring gray plastic going on here on the exhaust pipes and the tire spikes. So that is Lockdown. Again, awesome car. Now let's get him transformed into robot mode, and we'll see if that awesomeness carries over into the robot. To start transformation, first thing we're going to do is come around here and we're going to start separating some plastic. Now the pegs on this toy are very, very secure, almost too much. I don't like it that tight because every time I separate this, I feel like a part of this toy is going to break off. But let's try that. So we're going to get in here and we're going to start separating as much as we can. Not only that, but you have to separate these big chunky leg parts. Come on! We'll use the wiggle method. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, don't break. Ah! Man, I'm telling you, that's just absurdly hard. But once you get that done, and you also want to come around here and let's pull off this engine piece. This will turn into his EM pump weapon. Okay, so now that we have everything separated, what you want to do is you want to come up here to the top and you want to do some more separation and pull this whole piece up, just like that. Now, ultimately, after you've got this up, you want to just pull it out. This one's not so tight. Just pluck it out, toss that to the side for now. Now you'll take these leg pieces and you're actually going to twist them down, just like that, and you're going to pull to separate these legs even longer, to make them even longer. Come down to the bottom, and you're going to want to pull these up just like this so that you can get his feet formed. Okay? Feet are formed. Now at this point, you're going to want to bend these legs because this portion right on top, which is really the front of the car, you want to bend this down, and you want to slot it right in there, and then collapse the leg on top of it. Okay, we'll do that to the other side in case you missed it. You want to pull this front part around, just like that, and it's on a little hinge or on a little swivel joint. And you're just going to pull it down and then collapse the leg on top. And if you did it correctly, it'll just sit there and it just, you know, just sit there. It's fine. You did it right. Now looking at the top portion of the vehicle or the robot, you want to take this whole upper portion and you want to spin it around. Just like that. Come up to the top where the arms are. You're just going to pull these down. And to get a head reveal, you want to grab the chest right here, pull it forward, and just kind of pull up this head. Hello, Lockdown. Collapse the chest. Bring the arms forward. Spin them around. Okay, his fist is hiding in there, so you want to just take your thumb, pull out the fist, and spin it around. This side, he has a hand, but we're going to leave it tucked in. Why? Because we're going to take this hood portion that we took off earlier. We're going to first pull down the hook. Arrgh! Sorry, I won't do that again. And you want to take this EM pump, this weapon, just store it right there. Spin this guy around like that. You want to come around to his hand area, and you want to tab that in. So you can see you've got this giant peg right here, and you want to tab that in to that hole right there. So get it lined up, push it in place. When you do that and you push this thing down, these weapons pop out. And just like that, you have animated Lockdown transformed and into his robot mode. Now, this guy is a deluxe class figure, and the deluxe scale generally refers to the size of the vehicle mode, but this alt mode is huge. He's actually taller than Voyager class figures in other lines, including animated line. In the animated line, he's taller than Grimlock. Scale-wise, I don't know, but this guy is huge and he's awesome. And really, what more can you say? It's a huge, awesome robot, right? Size comparison, you see that he towers over Voyager class Grimlock from the same wave, and he towers over Voyager Megatron from Transformers Prime. He's a deluxe figure. Voyager, huge deluxe. So you get what you get your money's worth here. Taking a look at some detail. Now I did mod this hand a bit. Not a lot, but when you open this fist up out of the packaging, it doesn't move beyond that point. It just doesn't, and it looks completely goofy. So if you go in here and you grab a knife, like a little hobby knife, and you just start kind of wilting away at that gray plastic that would be blocked by the hinge, you can get it to open enough to where it doesn't look goofy. On the other hand, you've got the pirate hook, which is, again, you know, who doesn't like a good pirate hook? Face detail, you know, you don't have a ton of detail in the face because it is part of the animated line, so it's very big and blocky and cartoony, but he's still cool. He doesn't really look menacing like his movie-verse counterpart does. The movie version of Lockdown looks just horribly menacing, but this guy looks like he's kind of a friendly pirate giant. But he's very neat. Now, looking at the way this guy is just, you know, lacking any real, you know, backpacks or car kibble, you know, he's pretty sleek. The way he opens up, he's very sleek. So, again, a very, very neat and cool character. Articulation, you saw earlier that his head does swivel back and forth. It's not on a ball joint, so you can't look up or down, which is a bit unfortunate. Well, I suppose you could look down if you want to tuck his head down into his chest a bit. But his arm is on a... Really, I thought it was a ball joint, but it's really like a dual swivel type joint. Same thing on his elbow. He's got two hinges on the elbow and the forearm, so he's got a lot of arm movement. On his legs, he bends at the knee, and that's really... I wouldn't even really call that the knee. Maybe it is. But he bends in one place there, and he has some feet movement due to transformation. But, you know, I would say that this is not one of the more posable characters, but I still think you can get him posed up pretty nicely. Let's take a look at his light piping, and I'll bring the lights down a bit. Bring the lights down, play some music. Okay, don't know why I'm singing, but you can see that he's got some decent light piping. Not great, but his eyes do glow red or pink, so pretty cool. Transformers Animated Lockdown, awesome figure. Pick him up. You can't find him in retail today, but you can find him on Amazon.com with resellers. You can find this guy on eBay and get him for a reasonable price, and I think you'll be very happy to have this guy in your collection. So again, thank you for watching. This is eBEFOREi Reviews, and we'll see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.